One of the important features of the IB is the international dimension of the programme. It is an internationally recognised programme. All of our students are encouraged to act locally but think globally. So I think it encourages a very outward-looking mindset in our students, where they have an understanding of their place in the world, and they understand that they as individuals can also make changes. So they are encouraged to engage with global events and to think of themselves as global citizens as well. Each course will have an international element. So for example, in literature, students will study literature in translation. So they are encouraged to study the literature of other cultures and other nations, which has got to be good for a student in terms of international mindedness. I think the interconnectedness of the IB is also something that sets it apart from other programs, because the students are always encouraged to seek connections between the subjects that they might study. Because they're doing maths and English, or maths and geography, or maths and art, not only through the theory of knowledge itself, but in their classroom and in their subject areas, they are looking for the similarities and the differences between those subjects. And that's a huge skill, actually. By the time they've finished their IB diploma, they're doing that naturally.
So the main differences between the IB and A-level are that in the IB, we're really lucky to have a core segment in which we have creativity, action and service, theory of knowledge and our extended essay, which really allows you to take what you learn in your subjects into an extracurricular pursuit or into a real passion project through the extended essay, and to think really critically about what it is you're learning, how it is you're learning it, and its validity in the broader world.
The difference between IB and A-level is that the IB is very goal-directed. It's not working towards the end exams all of the time. You have very distinct big milestones that you pass every couple of months, whether it being the CAS, the Community Active Service, or the TOC, Theory of Knowledge, Extended Essay. And so I feel like it's really easy to kind of focus your thinking and focus all your studies on one goal. You build up to it, you reach the goal, it's amazing, it's a big milestone, then you can come back down, build it back up. And I really like that, because you're not just focusing on something that's really big, like the end of your exams, all the way through.
Well, I chose the IB over A-level, firstly because I've always been the kind of person that enjoyed lots of different subjects, and therefore to choose just 3 subjects for me would be quite difficult. So for example, I really enjoyed English and maths and always had done, but I wouldn't particularly choose to focus on them in such depth. So by doing 3 high levels and 3 standard levels, I could really get those depths in my high levels, but also keep that breadth from my standard level subjects.
I chose to do the IB rather than A-level simply because I couldn't choose 3 things to do. I really enjoy keeping up the skills from science and maths, but I wouldn't have chosen those as any of my top 3 subjects. So the IB allowed me to keep everything up that I like.
My daughter came to the conclusion that she wanted to take the IB route rather than A-level, primarily because of her passion for history and the fact that the IB offered a very broad, internationally based topic range in history, and also she was very interested in international relations and global politics. And these international threads across the subjects really did knit together and provided a very rich tapestry of globalism, if you like, of international outlook, which I think is hugely valuable in the current times.
Deciding between the 2, I think the teachers helped a lot with that. So talking to your individual subject tutors, and especially at parents' evening. I remember the parents' evening before we chose, that was all everyone was talking about, and it was very focused on that. But I think also just doing your own research and just sitting down and thinking about it and thinking genuinely, could I sit through 2 years of this? Could I sit through 2 years of that? And you kind of just have to be honest with yourself. The sixth form open evening, that was really good in helping me decide, because you could go and you could ask questions to the teachers, but also to the students who are currently doing the subjects. And because they've got the A-level and the IB students there, you could ask both, get kind of both sides of the story.